got to be the stupidest quote-unquote war ever fought in history, and it's all because of a freaking pig. I'm talking about the Pig War of 1859. Fought between the United States and British-occupied Canada. Two nations already had border disputes in places like Oregon, and this specific conflict took place in a region known as San Juan Island, which was between Vancouver Island and Oregon. British-based Hudson Bay Company and the governor of Vancouver Island, James Douglas, strongly believed that San Juan Island was British territory. And to make sure people knew that, the company based their sheep ranch in the islands, in the San Juan Islands, and sent Irishman Charles Griffin to take care of that entire sheep ranch. And along with the sheep, Charles Griffin also owned several pigs, which he let roam free. This is going to be important later on. However, by 1859, 25 Americans had already settled on San Juan Island. One of these was a farmer named Lyman Cutler, who set up his house and garden near Griffin's sheep ranch. There would be multiple instances where Lyman Cutler would find Charles Griffin's pigs rooting in his garden and eating his potatoes. One day, after seeing a pig again root in his garden, he had enough and shot the pig. Cutler initially felt bad and offered $10 to Griffin in compensation, but Griffin countered that he wanted $100 in compensation. Cutler refused to pay that much money because he felt like it was Griffin's fault for letting his pigs roam free to root in other people's gardens. And when British officials threatened to arrest Cutler, American settlers called for US military intervention. American General William S. Harney answered this call. Historians generally agree that he had his own motivations for wanting to be involved. He dispatched 66 soldiers along with Captain George Pickett to set camp at San Juan Island, with explicit orders to prevent British troops from ever landing on the island. British reacted with freaking Royal Navy warships. It came to a point where the American camp had freaking 14 cannons facing up against 5 British Royal Navy warships. It actually seemed like they were about to go to war, until British Rear Admiral Robert L. Baines was like, all this over a freaking pig? Seriously? Eventually, with the involvement of the German Empire for some reason, San Juan Island was officially declared US territory, and the only casualty of this quote-unquote war was the pig.